Greetings, denizens of the tri-state area. Jacob Weil here.
And Blue Dragon 5.
Dragon, I know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna activate the Recap-inator and discuss my favorite cartoon, Phineas and Ferb. That's right, in honor of the 50th anniversary and in preparation for the upcoming revival, I'm guiding Blue Dragon 5 here through the series, experiencing his reactions, watching it for the first time, and reliving my summer memories through the years. Today's episodes are Ask a Foolish Question and Misperceived Monotreme. So, the boys build a supercomputer to help their mom out. Dragon, how are you coming down on this Corey Burton-centric episode?
Well, how serendipitous that we're talking about, doing something nice for mom on, the week of Mother's Day.
It is rather serendipitous in a way.
There you go, yeah. Yeah, I really like this one. Of course, I'm always down for Corey Burton, especially when he plays a supercomputer.
Well, you can say this one is definitely on the nicer side of the supercomputers he's voiced.
Oh God, yes. I mean, yeah.
However,
initially pretty friendly. Brainiac, Superman the animated series, his that was the whole thing. He lulled you into a sense of the false sense of security. Like he was pretty nice at the start.
And then he developed the God complex.
Well, no, it was actually kind of a ploy to kind of like get Superman on his side before he destroys the planet. But more or less.
Well, still kind of had a bit of a God complex nonetheless.
Yeah.
But this computer, he's nice.
Yeah.
Even though it does have a bit of a even though at the end does end up being kind of disturbing in a way if you think about it too much.
Would it be Phineas and Ferb if it wasn't just a wee bit disturbing?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's like we'll get to that. We'll get to that part later, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, the episode begins innocuously enough with Linda making low-fat granola bars for the boys to eat,
Which they're not repulsed by.
Nope, it's like Dragon. We love some good food animation in here, right?
That we do.
Would you call this good food animation?
Well, it's animation done well with food that's well, maybe not great.
I mean, I'm sure it's good for you, but
yeah,
probably not good. Not tasty to eat.
Well, to be fair, probably look at the Powerpuff Girls episode of the broccoli. I mean, is broccoli great? Well, good for you, yes, great. Did it look? Was it very well animated in the episode? Not even just the broccoli that could walk on two legs, but even just like the broccoli that was eaten.
Well, the funny thing is, I actually don't mind broccoli. I don't eat it raw, but I eat it steamed.
All right.
Code Geass, agreed. Like Corey Burton's a great voice actor and my favorite Brainiac actor.
Oh yeah.
So did he return to do Brainiac in the new Suicide Squad game?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the Suicide Squad game. Had some shortcomings, but basically, the way they handled Brainiac was one of those shortcomings.
And who played him then if they didn't get Corey Burton?
Well, I here's the thing: Brainiac was such kind of he was a looming threat, but they didn't really develop him at all. So I don't recall who actually did the voice of Brainiac, mainly because it was overshadowed by really what they did with him at the very end of the game.
And it's not like Corey Burton doesn't have any history with the Arkham series anyway.
However, Corey Burton was Lex in that game, though.
Even though he was voiced by someone else in Arkham Knight. I mean, I guess also Corey Burton wasn't he also?
I don't know where you're getting Lex in Arkham Knight from. Where are you getting that from?
Like one of the phone calls, like one of the voicemails that Bruce really gets that you can listen to is Lex Luthor.
Well, even if that's the case, that's like very supplemental. I thought you meant like we actually, that's an easy thing to recast on that one.
And also, wasn't he Hugo Strange as well?
Yes.
All right, so it's like he doesn't. It's not like he doesn't have history with the Arkham series anyway, so they could have
That's
easily.
true. So that's the thing. They worked him in, as Lex, though, which was pretty solid.
All right, but casting of the questionable casting of that game aside.
Point being, we love Corey Burton, and he does everything.
Now we do. We can't get enough of him. I mean, he's even had a few appearances in this show. If you remember, he voices the farmer.
Yeah.
You never believed in me.
doing his Truman Capote voice,
which is kind of like his droopy voice too.
That's what I'm saying. Droopy Dog's modeled after Truman Capote, so
Yeah, I know, but I equivalent more. I obviously more familiar with Droopy than I am Truman Capote.
Well, no, sure. I'm just saying it was like that mind-bending thing. You're realizing, oh my god, this is where Droopy got it from.
Kind of like how like Bugs was more kind of based on Bugs Bunny was based on Groucho Marx kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. It's amazing how many of these old cartoon characters are actually caricatures of well-known people.
Yep.
All right, so they decide to do something better, something nice for Linda for all that she does, while she's going off to basically get a free hair appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Which as we find out later, does not go as she planned.
Not remotely.
It's like, so due to Buford's interjections, they figure like, okay, we'll just build a supercomputer and ask it what to do.
Your mom's not a nerd, is she?
And of course, Baljeet really dropping in that he wants a slide ruler.
Well, no, not that he wants a slide ruler. That he really wants Linda to have a slide ruler.
He's like, you know nothing about women. It's like, oh, Baljeet, you're one to talk.
Well, he actually did. He vaguely had a girlfriend for a bit. So I mean, he had the bunch. I mean,
yeah. Honestly, the funny thing is,
Buford of course, we completely dropped her off the face of the earth, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, for a brief time.
And remember, this is an upcoming episode, but Buford actually has experience too.
Oh, there you go.
So we're gonna learn about Buford's history soon enough.
All right.
Like, dude, let go. And so the boys build this supercomputer. It's, of course, as we mentioned earlier, voiced by the one and only Corey Burton.
This is the fact that it's this awesome design of like the friendliest computer ever. I love that it's in like a big smile, and I love like everything about it. Like I think maybe some solar panels for the for like the eyebrows.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Oh, I love everything about this. That's why I wanted it for the thumbnail. I think it's like the coolest design. I love it.
Yeah, I kind of figured you'd go for this one.
Being the gadget nut that I am, and just it's Corey Burton is everything we needed, all right there. It's like friendly Brainiac. If Brainiac were the Walmart logo, it would be this.
I kind of figured you'd go for this one, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, computer, Corey Burton. Yeah, I kind of figured. Not that it's a bad thing, of course. It's a great choice. It's like, so they ask what? So they ask the computer various questions, including what size pants Buford wears, and to figure out what the best thing they can do for their mom, which is Dragon.
Which essentially is get some hair, basically get some hair coloring. I don't even think they say hair coloring. Just get some red dye, balloons, leaf blowers. Go to the
top of Danville Hill.
Go top of Danville Hill at 2:37 p.m. and release them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the idea. And so what exactly is that old platypus up to?
Oh, let's see. So there's so it's kind of like it's so funny. There's very much a scavenger hunt component to this episode where the boys are they're been assigned to get all these pieces. Candace gets assigned to get all these pieces, and now Doofenshmirtz.
He's looking for a missing key.
He's looking for a missing key, and the way he's doing that is using the Recap-inator, which basically is it's very Caddyshack. A gopher
Gopher steals the key.
Stole his key to the all-purpose-inator, and I love the ethical conundrum. Like, the all-purpose-inator is gonna make everything he's done obsolete up to this point, but it's progress.
Yep. But unfortunately, he had to power it up with an old skeleton key, and
like an idiot, he dropped it, and then a gopher stole it Caddyshack style, and now he's using basically this oversized metal detector to dig everything out of the earth. So
mainly because he doesn't want to go to the ground and look for it himself.
I just love it. I love that side of laziness.
It's like he just doesn't want to leave his building, so he just does that instead.
He's so hermitized. I loved it.
I mean, let's face it, Dragon. If you had the ability to find a key with an inator like that, you'd totally do the same thing.
Well, yeah.
So who are we to judge?
I mean, it has a button, Jacob.
I know, we gotta press the button.
Yeah.
When the surprising thing is what he finds with the metal and earthinator as well.
It finds a whole bunch of helmets and
not just helmets, like Spartan helmets.
Yeah, apparently there was a slaughter in the past of Danville on the grounds.
It's like, what happened here?
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Feel like that scene from Back to the Future. If they do another time travel episode, they time travel to this exact moment. You know, much like when Back to the Future 3, Marty, he goes to back to 1885 at the drive-in, and basically it's like the Native Americans are charging at him.
It's like where the movie was actually showing the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Like,
anyway,
unfortunately, I don't think we ever see them time travel again.
No, there's multiverse hop.
Yeah, dimension hop, but yeah.
Yeah.
See, guys, they did multiverse before it was cool.
Yeah. by a narrow margin, but yes.
By about like 7 or 8 years.
All right, sorry, I was thinking about the other one with Candace. Never mind, you're right then. Yeah, they did beat him way before then. Yep.
well, I mean, the multiverse obviously existed as a concept before that point.
Well, technically, DC has us all beat to the point there. I'm pretty sure Crisis was the first time we really did the multiverse. Well, I mean, technically, if you want to split hairs, The Flash was the first time we did the multiverse, but you get the idea.
Flash of Two Worlds.
Yeah, that one.
And I'm fairly certain even in science fiction, the concept of parallel universes existed long before.
Oh yeah, but the first time we made it cool, and I want to say the time we gave it a proper name was that.
Probably. I mean, you'd probably know more about that one than I would.
I'm just saying, like, I know they beat Marvel to the punch with the multiverse. That much I do know. It's so ironic how that ended up working out.
At least in the comic book world.
Yeah, as I'm saying, the comic book world versus the media world.
Live action media, anyway.
Yes.
All right.
Anyway.
So Candace herself finds the supercomputer and asks specifically, how can I show Mom what the boys have done?
So she eventually gets the bright idea. Well, that's the supercomputer.
Yep, exactly those words. How can I show Mom what the boys have done?
Yep.
Which turns out to be a very poor choice of words.
Yep. Ends up building this cool little mirror device with a toaster.
Have a toaster, an extension arm, and a mirror.
Yeah.
Like, she still has her building capabilities.
It's very rudimentary. I mean, I think it's impressive, but
I mean, it is impressive. I mean, we've seen that Candace is capable of doing these great things in the past.
When motivated.
Yep, and her motivation is to bust her brothers.
Yep. Because busted makes her feel
good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Like, so... It's like... We're kind of breezing through this one, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, well. It's like, so the boys make it to the hill, release the... Speaking of which, like, what did you make of the actual building montage where, like, we saw, like, Buford's kind of a genius?
Okay, so, well, I mean... Well, you're right. That's great. But
yeah.
On the flip side, I think it's interesting that we basically called out that we're phoning in this song, but it was self-referential though.
Yeah, it's like we're just building a supercomputer. That's what we're doing.
I don't say there's just nothing.
What we're doing is exactly what you see.
Yep, it's basically saying, yeah, the next episode has the better song. We had the, they can't all be earworms.
No, it's like, and that's the story of how you made me. And apparently Buford's a genius.
Well, maybe a genius savant.
Well, the savant's probably the more likely one.
Yep.
Either that or the computer was messed up, for all we know.
Yep.
But then again, it is Buford, and Buford's an enigma.
Now, see, Jacob, the computer was supposed to be a lot smaller. Buford doing what he did made it giant and awesome.
Yep, he made it the way it is.
There you go. Like it really shouldn't be in the shape of a face, but Buford's like, "What? I like Mr. Potato Head. So what? Looks friendly. You've seen it. You've seen 2001. That was terrifying.
It's all about branding.
Yeah, service with intelligence with a smile.
And gotta give him a cool sounding voice too.
Yeah, none of Stephen Hawking stuff.
Now, who should we get?
I don't know, the guy from the Disney parks. Paul Frees? No, not the dead guy, the living guy. Oh, Corey Burton.
Yeah.
We have a part of the montage where it's just them hiring Corey Burton to basically read every letter of the alphabet.
or make every sound.
Yep. So, Mr. Burton, listen, we don't have a lot of time, but we need you to read through this code book, so we'll have everything we need. Okay. It's your time.
Okay. Great start. Anyway.
Yep.
It's like, so eventually Doofenshmirtz does find the key after he and Perry start fighting with the helmets and all that.
Yep.
And eventually Linda does come home, and she sees why pretty much revealing why the hairdo is free.
Well, what was it was a coupon.
Yeah, why the coupon was why was it for a free haircut? Why it was free.
Yeah, it was. This part is like Linda's very, very no good bad day. She went to the she went to the hairstylist with the coupon, probably for good reason, and has this horrible like blonde perm that looks like something out of like a rejected hairstyle from Hey Arnold.
I am not having a good day.
Looks like imagine Susie Susie Kakashka's hairstyle just not befitting her face.
No, Linda is not a natural blonde for a reason.
No, it's very horrifying actually. It's just really like no, that's not my Linda.
Oh God.
Oh God. Anyway,
so basically what happens is, as it turns out, right on cue, according to the computer, the beam from the metal Monotreme comes. Basically, he's like right in front of him. He's like right on schedule. So he knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, but should we talk about the messed up, one could say, gritty component of this episode?
I already put it in the caption, in the description, Dragon. The computer knew it was going to die.
Yep.
The computer straight up knew it was going to die.
Jacob, what time is it?
I think I know what time it is, Dragon.
It's Gritty Reboot time!
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I was still on loop for some reason.
It's funny. See, the kids are really excited about this one. See, the reboot very appropriate given that it's a computer. Yeah, he might come back. He's in several thousand pieces. You don't know.
2001 pieces.
No, it's an odyssey to build him back. So you never know.
Maybe they come in space next too.
Well, I mean, it was pretty high off the ground.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, but as you were saying,
Yeah, as I was saying. Yeah. So we gave him a very Iron Giant fate here, in a sense. Only more like a nihilist. No, not nihilistic, but a more like Well, then again, the Iron Giant knew he was going to die, so it's still. It's pretty Iron Giant. Okay, just but
Superman.
only if the Iron Giant knew this from the very start of the movie, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, instead of the heroic sacrifice.
Yeah, yeah. So
I've still only seen that movie once.
Yep.
But it's that good you just remember it, but basically pretty much all of it.
Exactly.
But as you were
No
saying,
following.
sorry, go on.
No, I mean, that's what he says.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yep. All right. So, but yeah. So the poor computer dies with a smile. So there are a few ways to read this.
Like he literally reaches Doofenshmirtz's building, saying, "I knew this is going to happen."
So the grit, I guess the gritty, but again, gritty in quotes because this is just how it's intended. I mean, this is just again, this is not, we're not really adding any grit here. This is just what it is. But when you think about it, one he can't help without a smile because how he's built. But it's just the fact of like maybe on some level this computer, just like I guess from a storytelling perspective, we can't have a computer that has all the answers, or else the show's going to go by like that every time.
Yeah.
But the main thing I'm trying to get at here is like it really feels like the computer's like, I've had enough of this. It's like this is all I was built for. This is the end. I dyed a lady's hair, and now I'm gonna. But here's like, it's not so much that he just gets beamed away. It's the fact that he gets beamed away and destroyed. It's just the fact that, dear God, we killed this helpful, adorable.
Corey Burton voiced.
Yep, like the only AI that is acceptable right now, and we destroyed him. We blew him up, and not only did we blow him up, we launched him in the Doofenshmirtz, who was only retrieving a key.
You maniacs! You blew it up.
Yep. By the way,
I just got done watching Planet of the Apes.
Really, I couldn't tell.
Well, the new one that just came out today.
There you go. But yeah, so it does feel also disproportionate that we blew up the top of Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. That's a little uncalled for. We need to blow the roof off the place. I mean,
3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. So again, we have like the computer not even making a sacrifice, the computer knowing that these boys are going to kill me.
Pretty much. It's like I said, yeah, it's so pertinent I even put it in the description of this video, Dragon.
Yep, and remember, who built the supercomputer?
Phineas and Ferb.
Yep, but who had the idea for it?
Buford.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Phineas was the one who kind of announced it, though.
Yeah, it was Phineas.
Yeah, Buford just kind of Here's Buford inspired. He can come up with it. He inspired the idea.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, he incepted the idea. Maybe you could argue. I mean, Buford going full DiCaprio, but Phineas, the dinner bell. He built this thing knowing it would have a short shelf life, knowing it would sacrifice its life.
Are you trying to imply something, Dragon?
Yes, is that not coming through?
That was a metaphorical question. Is that not coming through?
Exactly.
All right.
Yes, I'm suggesting that right now you had a little magnifying glass up to our image. You see that little cone-faced boy smiling at the smiling artificial intelligence, and look at that artificial intelligence. He didn't do anything wrong. He was providing free information that Phineas programmed him with the ability to scan everyone unlawfully and unethically in the area. Obviously, photocopying their information, their input.
Even like one of the hospital workers, like, "Hello, hospital workers union."
Yeah, exactly. That guy, he might be messed up. There's illegal brain scans going on.
And even Norm was like, "Get out of my mind."
So as much as I'd like to say this is the friendly AI that we do need, by the same token, I'd argue more by man than by machine in this case. we're impeding on some creative liberties here. Some like the good old elbow grease of man, which is kind of the AI struggle right now.
So Phineas wasn't encroaching, you said.
Yeah, he was the one that's like, yeah, we're gonna give him that's how we're gonna give him all the information. That's how we're gonna input all that in there. We're gonna unlawfully take all the minds, all the skulls of Danville. Which, by the way, kind of a brainiac thing to do. Little bit. Brainiac's whole thing, was about stealing stealing all the data, all the information of the plan, and then blow it up. That's his modus operandi. That's what he does.
Well, at least we know that at least in the normal series, Phineas isn't planning on blowing anything up.
I don't know.
I said in the normal series, Dragon, not the gritty reboot.
You're right.
We're on the gritty reboot. For all we know, that could be his plan all along.
Well, speaking of all the input, I think one of the other reasons I like the design of this thing is it reminds me of Johnny Five.
Okay. First question: Is the gritty reboot over?
I think so.
All right, and then next question: Who's Johnny Five?
Sorry, I'm just looking at the banner. Wait. It's great.
Okay.
From Short Circuit.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I never
one of the inspirations for Wall-E, at least to some degree.
I never saw Short Circuit.
Here's the thing. Weird thing, okay? I much prefer Short Circuit 2.
The second movie?
Yes.
Why is that?
Michael McKean's in it, for starters. That's a big reason I like it. But I don't know. It's Johnny Five in the city, and it's like him. I'm pretty sure it's New York. I think it's just Johnny Five in New York, and it's a lot of it's just kind of. Also, that movie. And I know you've never seen it. I don't know if you ever saw the review of it or not, but you probably not. There is this is horrific. This here's the thing. It's a comedy. It's like a lighthearted. Okay, it's cute. We have like the robot going around doing stuff. Kind of our Wall-E precursor to some degree. Like I'm not saying it's like Wall-E directly is based on Johnny Five. I'm saying you have to imagine the process. They did look to Johnny Five, particularly in how this thing gets around. But thing is, we kill Johnny Five in the second. We bring him back, but when we kill him, it is sad and horrific. And I'm not exaggerating. It's like, and plus it's like the saddest thing. And McKean stumbles upon the body, and it's like, oh my god, it'll bring a tear to your eye. It's like never have like the humanity of this thing. It's again it gets pretty ridiculous when we bring him back. But in that's what I'm saying. There's a range of emotions there. Silly little cute, kind of 80s movie with a 90s sequel. Then horrific, serious, robotic death, and then very 90s revival.
Huh.
So yeah,
kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, Linda, she came by and they enact the plan. Basically, they kind of everything timed out properly. Her hair is dyed. Like basically, when the thing gets when the thing Candace wanted busted disappears, hair dye pours on Linda's head, and then leaf blowers.
But basically, the magnifier also lifted the key up with the computer, but the gopher was holding onto it, dropped it onto it, knocked over the dye, then basically made the leaf blower circle around her, making her hair settle back into where it was previously.
It's a very Rube Goldberg reset.
Pretty much, yeah. Except older hairstyle, just more shiny.
Yep.
And Candace's device made sure that Linda saw what the boys had done.
Yep.
And of course, as we mentioned in the end, like the computer gets pulled to the Doofenshmirtz's building. It's like, I knew this was going to happen.
Yep.
And it blows up.
Yep. And Jacob, I'm going to ask a foolish question.
Yes.
We love when we can do that sometimes with these titles, like it's not that simple.
Ball.
We don't see the supercomputer appear again, do we?
No.
Just a moment of silence for the Corey Burton supercomputer. Okay.
Okay, moment's over.
Yeah. Anyway.
Little Blue asked why not do a short circuit retrospective.
I don't think anyone would care. That's the sad part.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't really have anything to say about it.
I mean, case in point, look at, you know.
Yeah.
I love Short Circuit too. No one else does.
I mean, like I said, I haven't seen either one, so I wouldn't be able to say anything about either one.
Yep. I could be wrong. I think we might have an offensive, portrayal of an Indian character in the sequel. So he's in both movies, mind you, but he's iffy. At least by modern PC standards, he's not to be taken super seriously. So I don't know if it's that harmful, but who knows?
All right.
You have to recast him in The Simpsons. That's all you need to know.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right, so you're ready to move on to the next one then.
All right.
Misperceived Monotreme. So, Perry has an important battle with Doofenshmirtz, but is sidetracked by Candace giving him a bath. While the boys return their house into a funhouse. How you feeling about this one?
I don't like it as much as Ask a Foolish Question.
All right.
I like the switcheroo aspect. I think that's pretty that's pretty fun. And also the funhouse is pretty good. It's okay. It's just not as eye catching as the other one.
Fine. There wasn't much of the funhouse though,
which is an issue.
Yeah. I mean, we got a cool
funhouse for pity's sake. We've seen what the boys can do, like indoor roller coasters and everything else, but
indoor roller coasters.
Sorry, not indoor roller coasters. I was trying to think of like the like they had a roller coaster built into it, but it wasn't like fully like the elevator to the moon.
Oh yeah.
Like the elevator to the moon, I had a lot in there, but also a roller coaster. That's what I was thinking of. The point being, like an elevator to the moon, we see what they can do inside of a house.
And so in this case, it's turning into a literal funhouse with gravity-defying, eye-catching illusions.
But ultimately a so-so house.
All right.
Ultimately, I'm just saying, knowing what these boys are capable of, it's like,
Yeah. Just the fact that they're able to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
But it's like, so. Yep. We begin at the local zoo, where we see a random platypus who likes sandwiches.
Red-eyed platypus.
With red and yellow eyes.
Yeah.
But still teal.
Yeah, almost like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, practically like Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's the red-eyed platypus.
Red-eyed teal platypus.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh though.
Yeah, I know everything about the classic Yu-Gi-Oh, just not the not like that third one, not the 5D, not the one with the motorcycles.
Honestly, I'm surprised you don't know much about that one.
Well, that was where I dropped off. I dropped off after probably season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh GX. I like GX, but I just kind of dropped off of it. After that point, I was just like, last time I checked in, I was like, "What, they're dueling on motorcycles? That is so unsafe. What are they thinking?" That's where I dropped off. I was like, okay, there's no truth to this art. I mean, I'll go with the holograms on a blimp, but I won't go like they're In hindsight, when I look back on Yu-Gi-Oh, man, I did give a lot of credence to things that maybe they were dueling on top of a dirigible, which, that's debatably more unsafe, but somehow more believable.
Okay.
And I don't know, like you want to think your eyes on the road when you're on the motors. I still don't buy like how they can duel on motorcycles.
Yeah, so it's like of all the things that happen in there, that's where you draw the line and suspend your disbelief.
Yeah, but at least there was like an illusion of safety on that blimp. On the motorcycle, it just seems like, okay, they're careening down like a highway with like holograms. It's like, how are they going to face each other? That's the thing that really have to wonder. Like, wait a minute, how can they lodge? Like, does someone have to drive backwards? Like, how does this? That's what I'm saying. So impractical.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah. So the platypus Smells like loves sandwiches.
Yep.
And apparently one of the delivery men smells very bad.
Yes.
Which Phineas even points out. I thought I smelled a Western lowland gorilla. Like, no, that's just me. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Yes, Phineas insulting the man.
It's like even he's like says to Ferb like, maybe I should have learned from you about talking less.
But yet again, just Phineas just insulting the poor man, just telling him he stinks, giving him a complex, and just like he knows he doesn't smell good, but you know what? Just this little, this little triangular kid just like saying, "Oh yeah, it smells like something reeks in that truck." Like, no, that's me. I mean, basically, it's like the holdovers. He's like the poor, he's the poor Giamatti character from the holdovers. Poor Professor Walleyes, he's just getting the, he's just like, I have like this, I have like, I can't process this chemical, therefore I smell like fish. I literally, I biologically can't control it.
Oh, that stinks. Literally.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a very pitiable character in that movie too.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yep.
Like so.
Like so, Phineas's insensitivity aside, let's talk about the episode.
Yeah. Like so, the platypus sneaks aboard while the boys are deciding to build their funhouse, and Candace decides to take, after hearing that Jeremy wants to go to a pet bathing charity, decides to bring Perry along.
And like, where's that cute little meat brick? I love the meat brick thing. I don't know. It just sounds so funny to me. He's like, yeah, he's kind of a meat brick when you look at him.
Yep. He looks kind of like a loaf of bread, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. It's more bread-like, but I don't know if you count the packaging. But yeah, it's just kind of like, he's very much like that brick shape.
Yeah. So the thing is, though, Perry, he causes Perry to be late. And today's not a good day for that because it's his 100th battle with Doofenshmirtz.
Yep.
But who should accidentally find his lair other than the mysterious zoo platypus? And whose fault is it, Dragon?
Carl.
Dang it, Carl.
Dang it, Carl. You and your peanut butter, banana, and sardine sandwiches, you disgust me, Carl.
Yes. So, Dragon, I'll bring it up to you. Who would and who would not make the mistake?
Okay, let's see. So, who would the mistake of eating that stinky sandwich? Okay, well, I know Carl from SpongeBob would not make that mistake because, well, he is fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he would definitely not make that mistake.
That doesn't mean he's not above passing things off as food, though.
Yeah, you're right. But, well, yeah, it would pass things off as food, but still, I mean,
that's an entirely separate point.
Yeah. All right, let's see. So who would do this? I'm thinking. Well, maybe Carl Weezer, but also maybe Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So those are my two front runners there.
I don't know. Like, did Carl Weezer have any weird eating habits?
Well, there was that one time he got pregnant.
Okay, point taken.
But I don't know. Carl's eating weird stuff. Like, well,
or as she put it, Carl's pregnant. I'm gonna whisper into Sheen's ear so he can shout it, so he can blurt it out in a way we all understand.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, so there was that, but there's also like I don't know. He's eating a few weird things. Nothing like super crazy, but like stuff like, for example, like again, this is not weird, but it's just like Cindy tells him that he's eating. here's the thing. He was eating essentially he was eating sushi, but I think she was like telling me that he was specific. I don't know if it was like literally caviar or not, but it was like something basically the fish eggs thing, and he just kept on eating it. So again, not like ostensibly weird, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's probably a few better examples. I'm just kind of blanking on right now, but that's
but yeah, his cravings are definitely a good indication of that.
Yeah.
The less talked about that, the better, though.
That's true, because I think he had like ice cream mixed in. Maybe it was like ice cream and sardines at one time. If that is the case, then there's a direct comparison there. It was something mixed in with ice cream when he was pregnant. So
I mean, the usual stereotype is like ice cream and pickles.
yeah, that's the thing. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Typically, a lot of times women do make that combination. It's usually like an ice cream with something else.
Well, yeah, ice cream's sweet, and then they want something else with it.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I'm not sure. Every pregnancy is different.
That's true. There's like the old folklore of like you gotta eat the food, or like if you resist a certain craving, the kid's not gonna like it, stuff like that.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I don't have kids of my own.
Well, more importantly, we're not medical experts here. We're not. In case anyone thought we were, we're not doctors. We're not obstetricians. We're not. We don't work. We're not functional OBGYNs. We're none of those things.
Funny thing is, my mom actually works at an OBGYN. She's a receptionist.
Huh? She any good?
I mean, I'm assuming, but she's not an actual OBGYN. She just works. She just signs people in.
Well, I know that she ain't good at signing people in.
Yeah, I mean, she's been there for a year and a year and a half now. So,
okay.
I just noticed that you have all the Carls with glasses grouped together. Yeah, that is a coincidence.
Yeah.
I did not mean to do that. They just came up that way.
Yeah. Honestly, if we had room for one more, then we would put Carl Gould up there.
But yeah, but
That would have been like entire. That's the entire. Then again, if you want to look at it this way, if we take Carl from Phineas and Ferb out of the equation, then technically he would have been bumped up, and it would have entirely been that role.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't find any more Carls, and this is the best way they fit together.
Yeah.
So back to the episode at hand.
Yeah.
So because of Carl's disgusting sandwich, the mysterious platypus finds his way into the lair.
Yep, and both Monotreme and Carl are too dumb to realize that's not Perry.
It's like, you're not in uniform, Agent. Where is your hat?
God.
And even Doofenshmirtz can't tell them apart. But then again, if he didn't
can
have
never tell him.
like if he'd lost his hat, he wouldn't be able to tell anyway.
Yep.
So it's like, so yeah, they don't.
Where are you, a teenage girl?
It's the hat that makes it Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. So anyway,
He would call Perry the platypus if you're wearing a tasteful sweater.
what?
Perry Como.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'll pretend I understood that reference.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand that reference.
Perry Como is a singer who very much often around the holidays. The Perry Como look is like when you wear like the cardigan or like the nice sweater, like when you're doing the Christmas album.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, now you know.
Like Joker from Christmas with the Joker when he's wearing like the cardigan. That's the Perry Como look.
Well, now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
Do 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 do.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anyway, so Doofenshmirtz, I love it. I just love it ticked off these by the lateness. Like we have a standing appointment every day,
and Mr. Big Shot can't be bothered to show up.
Yep. So we have the least likely. Okay, so I do love the least likely-inator. I think this is great.
Yep. It's like you fire it at someone and makes them. They basically do the exact opposite of what they would normally do.
And we test this out on animated Jacob. So we fire it. It hits Irving. And much like my counterpart here, he he says, I don't care at all about Phineas and Ferb. And then something odd happens. Then animated Jacob is hitting on Isabella, and Jacob, we spent so much time, trying to get, we're trying to get the, Isabella and this pointy faced, megalomaniacal, child together over the course of the series, and you're just delaying that process, aren't you? You're throwing anarchy in the mix here. Why are you trying to? Everyone wants these two crazy kids to get together. Yeah, we've had this horrible mangling of Phineas and Ferb that one time, and now you're just like, why must you throw a wrench in the mix?
Because I'd be unlikely to do so.
Exactly.
Remember, it's something he would be not likely to do.
Exactly.
And that is, he includes hitting on Isabella.
Yep.
Also, he's. But then again, he is also unlikely to be uncool, and he still continues to be uncool anyway. It's like there used to be a lamppost there. Trying to do like the leaning cool pose, but it fails because there's no lamppost.
He's no Fonzie.
Hey. So yeah, it's like obviously he does it because he's unlikely to do so.
Anyways, Doofenshmirtz, you're probably wondering, why the heck is Doofenshmirtz doing this? Well, his brother.
He wants to make his brother a fool in front of the legislature, which is something he'd not likely ever do. And then then it would go to Doof, his next of kin.
And don't tell me it doesn't work like that, platypus, because it so does.
Don't tell me that's not how democracy works, platypus. Because Doof doesn't know how democracy works.
Yes, this is why Doofenshmirtz can never rule the tri-state area.
Yeah.
Because he has no idea how politics works.
Yeah, as evidenced in the previous episodes, like, look at that urban light that isn't there. And the public transportation that runs on time. So Roger seems to be doing a good job.
Yep.
As far as we can tell.
In hindsight, he's probably already been hit by the least likely there, because he seems to be a politician that actually is running a pretty smooth ship.
Throwing some shade here.
Yeah.
We get political here.
Vaguely
political here.
We know nothing about politics.
Yeah.
They're guys in suits and they often golf. Okay.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, because low hanging fruit and all that.
Yeah.
It's like we try not to get too political on this channel here and there.
Yep.
So anyway. So the fight ensues, and of course Doofenshmirtz for this one time has a sandwich display case.
Okay, I love the sandwich display case. I love they always have this, and I love how, again, the idea is he's fighting an ordinary platypus, and it's just giving him a run around because he's that incompetent. He breaks free of the trap, tips over the sandwich case, which is so violent, so violently falls on Doofenshmirtz.
Dragon, remember the time that Doof lost to a plant?
Exactly.
So losing to an ordinary platypus isn't actually too far out of his wheelhouse.
I love it. It's just so violent, though. Just the whole sandwich case just falls on him.
It's and basically Carl and Monogram, they're watching the whole thing.
He's our master.
It's like, watch a master at work.
Yeah.
And that they can't even tell that it's not Perry.
Yep.
Not very good at their job, are they?
Not remotely.
It's so basically, as long as there's sandwiches involved, that platypus can hold his own.
Yep.
It's like, I'm gonna fight it. It's what about this maneuver? I learned it in Hoboken. Funnily enough, we just got done reviewing a show based in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, and they do not care for Hoboken
It's like, why don't they care for Hoboken?
because it's Hoboken.
Exactly.
Yeah. However, Patterson, New Jersey, rather nice place.
Have you been to Patterson, New Jersey?
No, I've
Then
been to
how do
other
you?
parts of New Jersey, but not Patterson.
Well, then how is it a nice place?
Well, Lou Costello came from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right. Didn't know that.
just want to throw that out there.
All right, learn something new.
Actually, there's a stat. I believe it's in Patterson. You have like the statue of Lou Costello in Jersey.
I had no idea he was from New Jersey.
Oh yeah, Patterson, New Jersey.
Now, what about Abbott?
Abbott, I do not believe. No, he's not. He's not from New Jersey. I don't know if Abbott's from New York or if he's from somewhere else that I can't remember. I don't know if he's from New York. It's too easy. I think he's probably from somewhere. I think he's from the East Coast though. But I don't honestly. I don't know. I know where I believe he passed in California. I don't know where he started. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway.
So yeah, so after Perry's whole ordeal trying to get with Candace trying to give him a bath, which Perry just wants to focus on his mission. You can see he's just drowning in love
And Sons.
and such. Yes.
Yep.
They return to the house only to find their house has been completely transformed into this wild fun house.
I mean, it looks pretty cool from what we see of it, but we don't really do much there.
And of course, Jeremy's impressed. Like, a fun house? Man, your brothers are cool.
We have the Funhouse song, which is it's not bad. You know, we have like the whole and this friend Davy.
His hair is wavy.
Yep.
The song was actually sung by the composer's son.
Ah.
Danny Jacobs' son, Aaron.
There you go.
He sings quite a few songs from here on out.
Nice.
Yep. So you don't get much of the fun house. I mean, we see like them building it, like building the hall of cookies. You
Yep.
Ferb in the spinning basement.
So they sell the whole mirrors. You need that.
And one of the ideas I had for the thumbnail was more as a joke was like Baljeet's random weird mirror image.
Oh yeah.
Dragon, do you have any ideas for that one?
Again, wrong season.
Well, maybe that's his season 1 self being trapped in the mirror dimension.
There you go. Doctor Strange sealed him away so we wouldn't have to worry about him anymore. It's like, you'll hurt no one, no longer will you hurt the people of this dimension. It's like no, it just seals it in the mirror dimension forever.
And then excise the sides of Baljeet that you didn't like.
Thank you, Doctor Strange. You're welcome, Baljeet. Now stay good, or I'm going to put you in the other mirror dimension. Okay.
And
you're gonna be falling forever. Only geometry will get you out. That's what we learned in that Spider-Man movie.
Well, I'm good at geometry.
Okay, that's I'm gonna put you I'm gonna send you to Dormammu. Careful though.
I'm not good at bargaining though.
It's fine. His daughter's hot though. She'll help you out. Looks like Charlize Theron. She's very attractive.
Yes, she is.
Oh yeah. Especially in the long shot. She's very attractive in the long shot.
And she's not in the upcoming Furiosa movie though.
No, she's not.
They got Anya Taylor-Joy for it.
And also attractive, but not Charlize Theron.
I'm still wondering why they did go for Anya Taylor-Joy and not Charlize Theron.
I thought it was like a prequel thing. I think that the idea is like that I think she's supposed to be younger. I think is that what it's supposed to be?
I mean, probably.
I never watched the movie, so I don't really know.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. I think she has like 2 arms in that movie. I think maybe.
Like, probably.
But she has 2 arms and it's a prequel.
I guess so, yeah.
There you go. Okay.
It's like, so So naturally, the fight against the Doofenshmirtz and the fake platypus goes about as well as you suspect. Like he's like, "I'll hit you with the nectar, so you'll lose." Of course, that doesn't work.
Nope.
And of course, he's like, "Oh, I should have zapped myself."
So many other things he could have done with that inator.
Yep. And of course, it flies up and fires off a beam before it blows up. And who should have hit? But Candace. Yeah. Who basically cleans up the entire funhouse before Linda can see it. It's like, you cleaned it up? Yes. Yeah. That's very unlikely of you. Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah. And of course, Perry's fight against Doofenshmirtz is a huge hit.
Oh, yeah.
And meanwhile, Perry has no idea what actually happened.
Not a clue.
No. And do you have any gritty reboots for this one, Dragon, or is there nothing in here that warrants it?
Well, I mean, the only thing I can really think of is the sandwich case, was the end of Heinz Doofenshmirtz. Either that or, like, he's paralyzed while the platypus is just there, and he's like, Benny the platypus, help me! And he's just like, it's the platypus eating a sandwich, and he's just like, why? Why won't you help me? We've had a lot of good years together, man. Go on.
He just sits there eating sandwiches and unknowingly psychologically torturing Doofenshmirtz.
Yep.
All
right. The platypus shows up during his dying moments. He's like, why couldn't you get here sooner? Who is this? It'd be like that scene from Logan where it's like, Xavier thinks it's the real Logan. It's like, why did you do this to me? It's so unlikely to take this darker turn.
Oh, God.
Maybe the beam worked all along. This is what it feels like.
Yeah, that movie was depressing. It
was awesome, though.
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, we'll see how it turns out, how upcoming Deadpool movie plays into that.
Oh, yeah.
So, coming soon, July? Is it July or is it June?
July.
I
wish it was June. It's July.
It's July.
Heck, I wish it was originally May. It would have made for the best birthday present ever if it was May. They changed that. Well, then again, I'm glad they changed it because of the whole strike thing, so it kind of worked out that way. But still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's good, nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right, I think that does it for this. Any closing thoughts?
God bless Corey Burton and rest in peace, dear supercomputer that met a tragic end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he knew he was going to die, yet he carried through his duty anyway.
Yep. Such a brave supercomputer go down the line of duty like that.
It's like a soul of silicone.
But a soul nonetheless.
Exactly. Okay, was Hard Dog wasn't voiced by Corey Burton, right?
No.
Who did the voice of Hardak? Hardak, right.
Jeff Bennett.
Yeah. Also a good voice actor.
But Hardak Batman though, that was still Kevin Conroy.
Like, all good voice actors.
Oh yeah.
So all of them have good talent for voicing computers and other things.
Mm-hmm.
So all right. So thank you, Kogias and Little Blue, for commenting, and thank you all at home for watching. I think that does it for this evening. And join us next week on the Recap-inator, where the boys make Candace a brand new phone and then take a magic carpet ride. Good night, folks.
Superman.
I knew this was going to happen.